Here's your first and fight out of the GMC blue corner. Kentucky 11 on 205 pounds. Representing Iron Tire Fighting System. With an actual record 32 wins and 8 defeats. Fight out of the Pettengill Trombley. And his opponent, fight out of the Ravens, also from Detroit, the red corner. 75 pounds, tall, weighing 210 pounds. Representing the True Fire Factory. The man's record 41 wins and 7 defeats. Both of these gentlemen making their professional debuts on the stage inside the WXC Steel History Match. Brought to you by Two Designs. He's fighting out of Town, Michigan. In a sideline super fight, appreciated
Trombley and Pettengill, super fight at middleweight. These guys have done battle before, man. Both guys looking at a win of their resume before they make the transition to the pro routes. Oh, Trombley going upstairs.
Yeah, this is Pettingill's second time at 185 here. You know, he looks really good at 185. You know, his first time there, he fought
Kwame Beck, man.
Yeah, Kwame Beck, and he had a rough night, but you know,
physically he looks good. The question is, when you cut that much weight, what are you losing in the process of cutting that weight?
Absolutely.
He's so high on the top.
I'm kind of blinded by the mix-up between both of their shorts. You know, I can't really see much of Travis. And
beautiful takedown.
Adam's very bright. The shorts are very bright. But either way, I mean, this is two guys, like almost 100 fights between these guys.
Yeah, crazy amount of fights. Pettengill's got an amazing Greco pedigree, as you can see right there. Beautiful takedown there in half guard. He's going to look to beat Adam up from here.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no question what Pettengill wants to do when he comes in that cage. The man's a multiple-time state champion wrestler, senior national wrestling champion. He's the real deal when it comes to wrestling. You know? There's no question. Why strike when you take everybody down and beat him up? That's exactly what he does every time he fights.
But we can't forget, man, in the first fight, Pettengill threw the kitchen sink at Trombley.
Trombley weathered that storm and come in the fifth round with the short time left, I believe.
Yeah, with that short rear naked choke, that was a ridiculous come from behind win.
That just shows you the grit of, you know, like Trombley, man.
Yeah, Adam Trombley's an animal.
The whole fight, he doesn't go. He'll stay right with you the whole time.
Doing good.
And Pettengill, like a lot of wrestlers, likes to use that half guard just to kind of wear a guy down, as opposed to, you know, like you said, Drew, earlier, you're not a big fan of the mount. Even side mount. A lot of these wrestlers like this to sit in half guard and just beat and weather a guy down until they're ready to be finished. Nice little awkward scramble here.
It is.
All right, now get the side control, now set it up. There we go.
Utilize those knees right there, you know, and a half side mount.
Yeah, that's something that Pettengill does really well, is utilize those knees from, you know, a lot of different positions, and there's a ton of power behind those things.
You know, one of the best fights I've seen out of Pettengill was his fight with Chris Bitch.
Oh,
it was like two powerful wrestlers, man, and they were just
brutal knees right there.
He looked nice. I mean, he threw a nice little onslaught of ground and pound on. Overall, it was just a great fight. Oh, knee bar.
Beautiful rolling knee bar.
I do remember that Trombley was called with a knee bar the first
Yeah,
fight.
it was very deep.
Yeah.
That was a nice rolling knee bar attempt at the end, but that was definitely a Pettengill round.
Not a bad choice by Trombley to try that, you know, with the short time left. Why not, right?
Yeah, you know, it's not a lot of risk, because if you lose it, you know, there's not a lot of time for you to, you know, have to pay for jeopardizing position, and you have the reward of potential and be able to, you know, sneak away with a nice submission late at the end of the round.
It'd be kind of hard to snag, you know, that submission right there, that small amount of time. But not only that, it gives Pettengill something to think about. Like,
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
He might better roll against Levi here.
Yeah, Pettengill, as you mentioned earlier, making the move the middleweight. Physically looks well, but like as you mentioned, ran into a bulldog and Kwame back. I know he desperately wants to get a win and get back on the right track.
Well, especially because Travis and Kwame, Travis just beat Kwame in the show before that. So it was like a kind of a grudge match. So they're 1-1.
Yeah, you might have to see a rubber match between those two guys.
I kind of want to see it.
Trombley just lunging in with big strikes. Nice takedown again. There's that wrestling pedigree from Pettengill. Almost like on autopilot as he transitions to side mount, got the arm trap. Maybe looking for that top crucifix position.
His onslaught of the groundwork is just something to watch. It really is. I mean, he controls people on the ground. And he uses his wrestling. I mean, just pure wrist control.
That's deep. That's trouble.
That is trouble. The way he moves his wrestling, he does it. His ground upon involves pure wrestling. He goes side to side, wrist control, just like he would in wrestling, right? It's about a wrestling match. He wrestles, but he uses it to his advantage, which why not? He had the wrestling pedigree as Travis Pettengill as well.
No, without a doubt, man. If you can implement it as well as Travis has, like you said, why wouldn't you? And he's coupling it with these attacks, multiple attempts at the rear naked choke, and that first attempt looked deep, man. Great defense by Trombley.
Yeah, Trombley's country boy tough, man. He ain't going nowhere. That's a fact.
Again, fishing for that rear naked choke.
And Trombley's been known, let that stone come back strong, and we'll see. Obviously
he's getting beat up right now, man.
Is this a 3-rounder or a 5-rounder?
5-round super fight. So yeah, I mean, as we mentioned in their first fight, it went into those championship rounds. We could very well see a repeat of that here. Travis has got to be careful with that right leg, because you might see Trombley again try to roll to that knee bar. But then just an excellent display of control with that kind of like a modified crucifix position.
You can just tell it's two. Those are tough, man. Those are strong, country tough people, man. Just going at it, man. The strength inside that cage right now is insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of power there, man. It's two of the, pound for pound, two of the strongest dudes to ever step inside a WXC cage. Two of the toughest dudes to ever step inside a WXC cage.
Probably, as far as I know, it's two of the biggest guys that have the most experience in the upper weight division of any of the Michigan MMA. These guys, like I said, have over 100 fights between them. Both of them, I think.
Take us back.
It's not knocking on the door of 100.
Yeah, a ridiculous amount of experience between these guys. Oh, again, those knees, man. Like I mentioned earlier, Pettengill utilizes those knees from so many different areas, and that can really take a lot out of an opponent. Trombley's getting beat up here, man. He's getting controlled and he's getting peppered by those shots.
Neither man look gassed, man. They both look tremendous shape. Especially in the upper level, especially with the wrestling and the athletes been going on right now.
Yeah, it's a very draining aspect of the sport, but like you mentioned, like Travis, state champion, etc. This is not something that's new to him. This is something that's second nature to him.
Yeah, this is his world, right? Drama's got to make something happen, The man has it in him. He's done it numerous times, He's seen it.
He's got to stay off his back, though. It's not a recipe for success having a guy with the control and the ability to grind you out like Pettengill. He's going to have to put Pettengill, on his back, clip him standing, but be on his back against the cage is not a recipe for success.
And if I was Pettengill, I would not get comfortable in any situation because you know that Trombley can reverse roles really soon, Like he did it last time, it had to be at least 20 seconds left, if that, last time we caught him.
It looked like the fight was over.
think Pettengill just keep what he's doing, controlling the groundwork and grind out this last couple rounds.
Both guys got to be careful, lunging in and chins in the air. Oh, nice. Straight down the pipe from Pettengill. Might have woke Trombley up. And again, right into side mount.
This time, let's go. He's wilting. Come on, let's get this. Come on, Travis. Come on, let's go.
Travis is all over Adam Trombley, man.
Give him some knees to the body. Let's go. Knees to the body.
Trombley's not working maybe re-guard here, get elbow through. Right to mount. Wow.
Bad spot.
This is now we want to wrestle like Pettengill at.
No, he rides and controls so well from this position.
There you go, yes.
And all the while just picking shots, beating you up.
I mean, it's great to watch, pure wrestling is what he does.
Nice armbar attempt.
Wow. And that might have been a bad idea of the situation here, especially with your back on the cage like that. It might have been a bad look. Uh-oh.
Trombley immediately looking to pass.
Let's see what Trombley has for Pettengill here.
Directly in the mouth.
This is where you now want Adam Trombley. He's finished so many guys in this position right here.
Some nice ground and pound. He's beating Travis up, and Travis got to move.
Referee Danny McIntyre looking. He's looking.
Trombley close to finishing this fight. Pettingill's got to move. He's getting beat up here.
Need a bump or something.
McIntyre looking very. It's over. Wow.
What a comeback. Wow.
Trombley, man, this guy, he's ridiculous. How many times are we going to see him get it handed to him just to come back with the W? Wow.
Wow. And this makes it look like it's nothing new.
Like he took the first 2 rounds off and then said, you know what? I think it's time.
I guess I'll show up today. I guess it's that time.
And Travis looked so good up until that, making that small mistake. And
yeah, that's one of the better Travis Pettingills I've seen in a minute.
No, he looked amazing, but Trombley, he capitalized on that mistake and made Pettengill pay for it.
Yeah, that's one of the best I've seen him since he fought Chris Fish. I know he's had some up and down on the slide here.
No, he was very impressive against Vish, and he was also impressive in the first round against Beck. And I mean, we haven't seen a comeback like that probably since maybe their first fight, or that was just a crazy fight.
That's something right there, to catapult the WXC fans into now we got the title fight coming up. 2 great title fights coming up.
Yeah, that right there could have been the main event itself. That was a ridiculous fight, and you think you still have the featherweight and lightweight title on line tonight.
Great short sportsmanship here.
In this final amateur contest for WXC, ladies and gentlemen, debuting the professional ranks August 8th, and the WXC comes to the Taylor Sportsplex for the Pro Series. And now, 1 minute and 59 seconds of round number 3 again after time stops this contest. To a TKO, we are here, and Super Champion,
I mean, one of those hallmark moments in Trombley's career, a ridiculous come-from-behind victory. But that's who Adam Trombley is. You can never count him out. The type of guy that even when the deck's stacked against him, he could pull out a miraculous victory like that. Adam Trombley, true veteran, look excited to see if he potentially will make the transition to professional ranks and what that holds for him.
Final amateur contest is a victory like that. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone at WXC and Rick Murray. He takes time out of the day to help me train stuff, which actually is starting to do more. But I'm And one of my buddies